Hey K-popers, welcome back to Hallyu and welcome back to a brand new K-pop news roundup. There's been a lot of big news stories that impact K-pop fans this week and a lot of great comebacks, so let's jump right in. This is your K-pop news roundup for August 2nd, 2020. First up, MBC has announced that it's working on a documentary about the late FX member Sulli, who lost her life on October 14th. The documentary has the goal of telling her story not just as an idol but as a person, and it'll include interviews from many people that are close to her. Close friends, family members, and even SM Entertainment staff are going to be interviewed. MBC says they want to cherish the memories of Sulli and her time in FX, as well as her time as an actress, and I think this could end up being a really powerful piece of film for the Korean idol culture if it's done well. Now, in some bad news for K-pop fans, YouTube has actually announced that it's removing the community captions feature. Now, what this feature does is it allows fans to submit translations for videos to the uploader, making multi-language support on videos a lot easier and less burdensome on the individual uploader. This could have a big impact on individual fan communities because fan-subbed content is going to be a lot harder to organize and collaborate on. YouTube said the feature is being removed due to quote low usage, but frankly this is also an accessibility feature for the deaf community, not just K-pop fans who want translations, so this is rather shocking that they would remove it. Now, some very exciting news for Blinks broke this week too, as Blackpink revealed a teaser image for a big collaboration on another upcoming pre-release single, and it turns out the collaborator is none other than Selena Gomez. The release date isn't known yet, but the full album from Blackpink does come out October 2nd, so it shouldn't be too long before we have this new song. This is another huge step for K-pop, as the cross-collaboration between K-pop and Western pop is really starting to take hold and bring in some big-name artists. Unfortunately, NCT's didn't have as good of a week as Blink's because NCT Yuta has found himself embroiled in a scandal. On a V Live this week, Yuta started talking about a YouTuber by the name of Rikun and how he's quite close with him. He went on to talk about how they met up the day before and how Yuta thinks he's pretty funny. The problem is that this YouTuber is a very controversial figure with really crude content and very contentious viewpoints. He holds very anti-Korea and pro-Japan views and is very misogynistic, treating women very poorly. He also has no problems using the late Jonghyun and Sulli's names as clickbait to get views, and overall he's just a very immoral person. So Yuta has drawn a lot of criticism for not only calling Rikun's content funny, but actually being a friend of his and spending time together. Alright, now let's get to some new comebacks from the past week, because this week was full of them. We'll start with April, who are back after just a couple of months with the summer bop Now or Never. Seungwoon, formerly of Secret, has made her return with MIL, Make It Love. Kang Daniel dropped a new track called Waves. Highlights Do June released a solo titled Lonely Night. VIX's Ravi and Seungwoon delivered a summer comeback called Paradise. And if Ravi's Paradise wasn't your style, Eric Nam also came back with a song called Paradise this week. Soyou of Sistar gave us this track called Gotta Go. ATEEZ is back with their latest song, Inception. Wavy dropped an English version of their song Bad Alive. And last but not least, Jessi released a new song called Nunu Nana. There were of course lots of other songs released this week, so share the new music you've got on repeat down in the comments. And you guys probably know what I've got on repeat, my favorite girl group April. In other news, Hyori, Jung-hwa, Jessi, and Mamamoo's Hwasa are holding their first meeting to officially discuss a project girl group together. They're hoping to debut this year, and I can only imagine the power and presence these girls could put up on stage together. In some bittersweet news, X1's Flash became the fastest boy group debut MV to reach 100 million views. In case you don't know who this is, X1 is the final group that came out of Produce X101, the reality show, but it was lost due to the vote-fixing scandals that rocked the show earlier. BTS are nominated for 2 MTV Video Music Awards. They're nominated for the Best Pop and Best Choreography categories, and on a related note, they're going to be releasing a new English single on August 21st, with an album coming out in the second half of this year. In a follow-up to some news last week, Zico did in fact quietly enlist in the military this week, with no goodbye event for obvious reasons. He will undergo 4 weeks of training, and then he'll be working as a social service agent. Speaking of military service, much like SHINee's Wonu, BTOB's Changsub has actually been discharged early from his military base. He'll be officially returning home next month. Momoland continue to show their golden hearts as they've made another generous donation to charity. On July 30th, they donated 1,500 feminine hygiene kits for low-income families through the Good Neighbors charity. Mnet's Kingdom reality show, the follow-up to Road to Kingdom, will not be broadcast in 2020. There were several reasons given for this delay, which included issues keeping the roster secret before the show started, alleged favoritism for their own group TOO and other labels who are paying them more money, as well as making other parties front a lot of the cost of creating the show. So hopefully they can get this show off the ground in 2021 finally. Congratulations are in order to Jennie from Blackpink, whose music video for Solo is the first K-pop female soloist music video to hit 500 million views. Music Bank issued a statement this week apologizing for a miscalculation on their July 24th broadcast. It turns out EXO-SC actually won that music show for 1 billion views instead of Blackpink. SAC3's debut stage on Music Core this week earned an unprecedented 2.1% viewership rating, which is 3.5 times their average. This just proves that the legends of old like Lee Hyori, Rain, and the eternal UJ still have it in them. Now let's move on to the weekend music shows. Speaking of SAC3, it was all about their battle with Blackpink this week. Blackpink took another 2 wins on Show Champion and Music Bank for How You Like That. SAC3's debut song Beach Again also took 2 wins though, winning on M Countdown and Show Music Core. And to round out the week, Mamamoo's Hwasa once again took the win on Inkigayo, which is her second win for Maria. I should also note that the show did not have a broadcast this week, so only those 5 trophies were handed out. As you guys can see, this week saw another mix of winners, so do you guys think one of the comebacks from this week is going to steal the spotlight next week? Let me know down in the comments. Alright K-popers, you're officially caught up. Let me know what news caught your eye this week. Thanks very much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the great K-pop content coming to you guys each and every week. I also have a Patreon link below, so if you want to be an honorary producer in my videos, get personalized K-pop video messages from me, or even have a deep dive of your own, you can support my work there. Thanks once again guys, and I'll see you on Wednesday where I'll be breaking down a modern K-pop masterpiece.